Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. It's good to see you. This is a timeless collective reading for anyone with major Sagittarius placements, or if you were just intuitively guided here, I'm sure there's a message for you as well. So before we jump into the cards, there is already a message coming through. A very interesting thing is happening here in your reading, and it's something that actually just happened for Taurus in their last reading as well a few days ago. So I knew since yesterday, I knew all day yesterday that I was going to be filming your reading today. And then last night I had a dream that was, yes, for me, but also for you. I knew when I woke up that it was part of your energy. I tuned in and very specifically asked Spirit, is this for Sagittarius? And I heard, yes, this is part of their story. So I'm going to share the dream I had with you. Just in brief, I dreamt about a bunch of elephants. And specifically, I dreamt that I saved a baby elephant from drowning. It was the cutest little thing ever, and it had sunk all the way to the bottom of the floor of, I don't know if it was the ocean or a lake, I don't know where I was, but it was all the way at the floor, underwater, and it was just about gone. But I dove in, swam all the way to the bottom, and revived it. Kind of poked at it until it started breathing again, and then brought it up to the surface and saved it. So what I feel is that this baby elephant, I know elephants have a lot of symbolism associated with them, but what I feel very specifically is that this baby elephant is a part of yourself that you are currently resurrecting. You are consciously choosing with your free will to resurrect this intrinsic part of yourself. And it's so interesting to me that it wasn't just an elephant, it was a baby elephant, 222 on the timer. So this part of yourself that you are bringing back to life, you're revitalizing, you're integrating and making conscious. It is a part of your inner child, and it is a part of you that holds incredible, ancient wisdom, universal wisdom, the kind of wisdom that you can't really teach. This is wisdom that you were born with. So this ancient part of you, this ancient wisdom is your inner child, or they are somehow, intrinsically linked here. And of course, it's incredibly symbolic that I swam to the bottom of the ocean or the water, which to me symbolizes, that you're diving deep into your own unconscious. You're diving deep into your own emotional landscapes in order to bring this part of you forward, up and out, and revitalize it, resurrect it. But even though that would indicate you're doing some really profound shadow work, it doesn't feel heavy at all to me. It feels like this joyous occasion. In the dream, I was just so happy and relieved and grateful that I was able to save this baby elephant. So you're not really doing shadow work, at least relative to this. You're not really doing shadow work in this heavy, stereotypical way where you're trying to wade through all of these old, painful emotions. No, this shadow work is joyous that you're doing because you're reconnecting with a part of yourself that has been unintegrated or long forgotten. And you're so very ready. You are so very, very, very ready to bring it to life again. Okay, so with that said, let's go into tarot. I am using Tarot of the Abyss for you. All right. Show me the experience or the energy that Sagittarius is moving through, Spirit. 444. Ooh, talk about shadow work. The Devil. it looks like an egg. Let's get a little bit of clarification here. Yeah, I'm just getting this feeling that this aspect of you, which is a shadow aspect of you, meaning it just hasn't been embodied for a while, entirely, maybe not at all. It's part of your embodiment in this lifetime. It's like this fundamental aspect of your ego, your sense of self, your persona. It's part of who you came here to be. You know, the devil in its exalted state is about physicality, sensuality. And so it's all tied into that as well. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I do feel like you've been striving for a long time to uncover this aspect of yourself. It's like maybe for a while you knew that there was a part of you that was missing, but you couldn't put words to it. Like you knew something was off. You knew. It's like, I'm almost all of myself. I'm almost completely authentic. I'm right on the edge. For a really long time, you've been like right on the edge of the full extent of self-integration that you want to experience. But there's always just been this little tiny piece that's not, it's like something's missing within myself. And so this Eight of Pentacles is like self-mastery. Working, never ever giving up on figuring out, well, what is it? What is this? In what way am I not fully allowing myself to be who I really am? Because you're not going to settle for anything less than full integration, full authenticity. I feel like that's part of your purpose in this lifetime, is to almost understand and deconstruct the concept of authenticity. Working at trying to uncover this part of yourself. We got two here, the Moon and Seven of Cups. Yeah, the Seven of Cups is with the Moon. It's like, maybe it's this part of me, maybe it's that part of me, maybe if I approach my work in this way, I'll suddenly, have a breakthrough and really discover this new level of who I am, or layer of myself. The Moon is just kind of confusion, fear, illusion. The Seven of Cups, clearly, it's about having your head in the clouds and feeling kind of ungrounded, being overwhelmed by the options, just confusion. Both of these together is just confusion. But you've been so diligently committed to your self-growth and self-discovery. And so now, with the Devil card here being one of the major arcanas, but the first card that came forward for you, it's like that aspect of you that you couldn't find. You were walking in the moonlight, walking by the moonlight, trying to navigate the mystery of who you are in order to know more of who you are. Now you've landed. You've found this shadow part of yourself, or you're just about to. You're just about to have some kind of breakthrough here. Because what comes after the Moon? The Sun. This is implying you're about to have a breakthrough, if you're not already. The Sun is illumination, understanding, bringing light to that devil energy, the shadow. Show me Sagittarius's general energy. I can feel your energy so strongly right now. Ooh, I feel it in my solar plexus. Like I feel like a lot of you are getting really excited about this. I can feel your excitement. Show me Sagittarius right now. King of Pentacles. Ooh, beautiful. Your hard work has paid off. All of your hard work has paid off. Internally, emotional and mental, self-growth, shadow work, and externally. Your physical devotion to either, whatever it could be, putting work into your family life, putting work into your physical health, putting work into your own business or your career path, your spiritual connection, whatever it is, it's paid off. And you know it deep down. And even if you don't feel like, the fullest extent of the abundance that you want has manifested yet, 11:11 on the timer, it's like right there. Strength. Oh yeah. This is you with your shadow. This is you with your fear. It's like you have learned how to be at peace with being afraid. Or you're doing that more and more every day. You're not afraid of your own fear. Not anymore. Not really. And of course, we're human. Like, being afraid is never comfy. But you're more and more at peace with your own fears every day. And this it's like self-merging, self-unification, self-acceptance. That's the thing. That is the thing that is allowing you to experience this devil card, which is shadow being revealed. That which has been suppressed within you no longer being suppressed. Let's get a little bit more. Oh, I'm noticing something else too. Page of Swords. Yes, illumination. Specifically, illumination of thought. You're having a whole new self-concept, I feel specifically, is starting to take root. And I was just noticing 2 seconds ago with the King of Pentacles here, I love how the pentacle is over his heart. You're finding the abundance that lives and resides within your own heart, the resurrection of this baby elephant part of you, this inner child, this ancient, wise inner child, right? It's something that lives in your heart. And being connected to this, resurrecting this part of you, that's the biggest abundance. That is the foundation of true abundance for you. And so all of this, oh my gosh, there's so much coming through this Page of Swords. All of this is allowing you to have that mental breakthrough. There's the sun, right? In the Page of Swords, this mental breakthrough. You see in some way how you have, I don't want to say how you have held yourself back from being authentic, even though technically that's what's happening, because we have the Strength card here, which is fear of being authentic. That's not really like the felt experience of it. Like, you have not been consciously preventing yourself from being authentic. It's like you have to be able to see in your mind. You have to see and get it mentally in order to, yes, consciously choose to be yourself. You have to mentally understand how you have not been totally yourself in order to be able to choose to be yourself. I hope that makes sense. It made sense to me. I also love how in the background here there's a maze behind this Page of Swords. There's also a book, an open book in front of her. So it's like you've come out of some kind of a maze, the maze that is the moon card, the mystery, right? Like, I don't know how to get out of here. Where do I go? I don't even know what I'm looking for. I just know that I'm looking for something within myself, but I don't know what. And it feels like you're in a maze. It's that moon card, right? So you've made it out of the maze, or you're just about to, and I feel like this baby elephant part of you is totally connected to the book, the open book here. It's this part of you that is incredibly wise, and I'm getting something about the Akashic records. Give me 1 second. More than you having access to the Akashic records, I feel almost like you are the walking Akashic records. Maybe some of you feel called to explore your own Akashic record, like get an Akashic record reading. I never have. I don't really, I know what it is, but not like super specifically, but that's just what's coming through. Or you feel called to become an Akashic record reader, but you are a record keeper. That's the elephant with its memory, right? You're a record keeper. Whoa. Okay. Let's pull some oracle cards. All right, this is the Holler Moon Mountain Oracle deck. Whoa. Tell me a little bit more about what Sagittarius is going through. This is so exciting. Tell me a little bit more. The last reading I gave for you too was equally as inspiring and expansive and positive. You're on a roll. You've been on a roll for a little while now. What else do I need to know about what Sagittarius is going through? Trust. Tell me more. There's something here. There's like very precarious energy that I'm picking up on here. You've been kind of like not delicately, but there's been tension. It just feels like there's been tension as you've navigated this internal moonscape or maze within yourself, your own shadow, right? Like trying to find what's missing. There's been precarious energy here, or an underlying fear that maybe you're never gonna figure it out. Like, why is this taking me so long? But I feel like you chose the energy of trust over fear. Memories. Record keeper. I feel like the more that you integrate this part of yourself, the more you're going to see, it's almost maybe like flashbacks coming to you, or somehow I feel like a very specific memory is going to come back to you. A specific memory will unlock here with the padlock image. It's like you're going to see in a flash a moment of yourself from childhood, potentially, or long ago, where you were embodying this part of yourself, or potentially the memory that will come back to you is the moment that you disowned this part of you, or you're going to have some kind of memory unlock that allows you to maybe access this part of you or understand what happened to this part of you. You're trusting the images. It's like you're trusting the images, your own sight, more and more and more. Maybe you're trusting your own dreams, as I am, more and more and more. Many of you know, I can't remember if I already said this, but I think most of you probably already know that I'm a Sagittarius myself. So maybe like me, you're deepening into your own dream symbolism and trusting your dreams more, or trusting the psychic images that you receive more, and that's tied to memories. Some kind of ability that you have is unlocking in conjunction with the ownership of this part. Okay. Oh my god. Steps at the bottom of the deck. I asked Spirit, should I take it? And Spirit like yelled at me. Basically like, yes, you better take it. Okay, that's a strong yes for steps at the bottom of the deck. It's completely tied to the Eight of Pentacles. You got here to this level of self-awareness and trust in yourself, and ability to walk with your fear, right? Ability to navigate shadow, psychic ability, like all of it. 2121, you got here through your own hard work. It took steps. This has not been an overnight process. This has been years, for some of you maybe decades in the making, you know. And that means that where you are today, this new level that you've arrived at of self-integration, it cannot be taken from you. It cannot be taken from you, because you worked for it, and you understand, Page of Swords, you understand the mechanics of authenticity. You're not just authentic sporadically or spontaneously or by default without understanding what's really happening or how to be authentic. You took all the necessary steps to get to this point of breakthrough, of illumination, of self-awareness. That can't be taken from you. This is permanent. This is permanent. Okay, so let's see. What energies are challenging Sagittarius? What energies are challenging Sagittarius right now, Spirit? Six of Pentacles. Okay. This is one of those cards that haunts me. It's like the bane of my existence. And again, I'm a Sagittarius. Clarify the Six of Pentacles. Justice. You've got quite a few major arcana cards here. Okay. There's some kind of decision that you're ready to make that will bring greater balance, harmony, and equilibrium to your life force energy. Six of Pentacles bringing me back to the Devil. Like I said, in its exalted state, the Devil is about physicality, sensuality, your body, your persona, your ego, the divine in the human, the divine of the mundane. And this is Pentacles, right? There's some kind of decision in your heart you know you need to make that will bring greater balance to your physical energy. And that might cascade into your finances or your material resources. This is the turning point. You know you're at a turning point. So what decision is that for you? What decision is that for you? I'm hearing giving up, like giving up something. the decision to release, give up a way of being that has been draining you. There's been fear around doing this because you're afraid of what will be left when you stop exerting yourself in this way. Okay. Should we get an oracle card? No. Okay. What's the advice? What is the advice? Make that decision. And I am in the Six of Pentacles, I am seeing you as the figure receiving the help, receiving the assistance, the abundance, the money, the energy, whatever it is. The decision to receive more and give less is maybe scary. There's a lot of old fears tied to that. Tell me more about that. No, I don't want to go into the advice yet. I want to know a little bit more. But some part of you deep down knows that receiving more and giving less is what will balance the scales. Tell me more. What is the decision that they need to make? Thank you, thank you. 8 of Wands. I love it. Yes. Freeing up your energy. This is about not overthinking something. Trusting your gut instinct. Allowing yourself to speak more spontaneously, perhaps, or move more spontaneously. It's like trusting where the wind is blowing you. This is going to manifest differently for each and every one of you, obviously. But in some way, it feels like you need to be less cautious. That doesn't mean don't have, common sense or use critical thinking or protect yourself. That's not what this is. I think most of you will know kind of what I'm getting at and relate it to your own life. There's some way in your life that you've been trying to, I'm hearing manicure or procure the way that you show up. It's like trying to be perfect. But what's really happening is you're not allowing your energy to flow freely in the way it's designed to. Okay, so what's the advice? I'm seeing a beach. A beach. Why? Well, water, again. Just like saving the elephant from drowning. I don't know, maybe working with the element of water. Ha! Speaking of water, King of Cups. Look at that. He's on a boat, and the boat looks like the boat is moving through a storm or very, very choppy waters, but he's standing right on the edge of that boat, completely calm. Ooh, it makes me a little bit emotional looking at that King of Cups. I feel it in my heart center. Clarify the King of Cups. 6 of Swords. Yep. The most self-loving, compassionate, divine thing that you can do for yourself at this time is to follow the inspiration in your heart to mentally unhook from a pattern that you've been in for a long time, a pattern that has been kind of locking your energy into place or not allowing it to flow. This could be in a creative endeavor. This could be related to a passion project or work, or even not getting enough physical movement. Maybe you want to exercise more. I don't know, take it how it resonates. But you have this incredible emotional intelligence that you can tap into at any time. And Spirit wants you to take action. King energy is executive decision action, and it goes with the Justice card. It's time to make an executive decision based on the truth in your heart, which is calling you to mentally detach and unhook from what? Page of Cups. Feeling like you're a beginner at what you're doing. Yeah, this is that energy of caution. There's some kind of thought form here around like, oh, I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't have enough experience here. I need to be very careful about how I approach this. It's like I'm perpetually a beginner, but in a shadow state, not in an exalted state. Being the student of life or the student of anything is truly how you become a master of something. So there is an exalted expression of this, but that's not this. This is like, I don't know enough. And it's so interesting that we've got the Page and the King here. It's going back to it was a baby elephant. Understanding that your inner child is not naive. It's not ignorant. Your inner child is the part of you that has the most incredible depth of wisdom. Allowing that inner child, the part of you that wants to play, the part of you that wants to move more spontaneously and more freely, that's how your inherent wisdom that you were born with circulates and expresses most freely. Wow, it's very interesting. Okay, let's get a couple of journal prompts for you from my journal prompt deck, and then we'll get a closing message. Okay. Yep. If what is happening is the best thing that could possibly happen to you, why would that be? Let's get a couple more. I think it's because deep down your soul wants to, again, understand the mechanics of authenticity. Like you really, I mean, Sagittarius is the philosopher, right? So in order to understand how to consciously choose to be authentic, you've got to be disconnected from some aspect of authenticity for a while. How would you live your life differently? I love this. How would you live your life differently if you knew there was no such thing as having a purpose? You'd probably just let your inner child out and have fun and follow your joy and follow your heart with no expectations and no pressure and no agenda. And then lo and behold, you'd probably end up doing exactly what you love and living in alignment with your purpose. A memory that always makes me laugh was when. This is playing off of the memory of the elephant symbolism, Akashic records, trusting your own memories, trusting your own dreams and your subconscious imagery, as well as tapping into that beautiful Sagittarian optimism and the inner child's desire to laugh. So a memory that always makes me laugh was when. So maybe you do need to laugh today. Let's get a closing message from Earth and Bone Oracle. All right. Closing message for Sagittarius, please, Spirit. Number 1, shelter, spiritual growth, accountability, and healing. Let's see what the guidebook says. Okay. It takes time and work to heal, and it isn't always a one-time fix. You may need to return to the shadow and difficult memories again until your mind stops repeating the negative and instead transforms it into an opportunity for growth or learning. Oh my God. After you've let go of the things that are holding you down, you can persevere. It's important to let go of any feelings of shame or guilt. Forgive the person who went through that. That person is no longer you. From there, think about what you'd do differently, but avoid thinking about what you wouldn't want to do again. Replace that memory with a new one. Picture yourself in that situation and consider what you would have done differently to avoid causing yourself unwanted experiences. Accept that you are a human being. Assume accountability and forgive yourself. Make the conscious decision to learn from your mistakes and accept that you have evolved and are no longer the same person. Allow yourself to let go of those emotions since they belong in the past and you are now living in the present. Those emotions are not indicative of who you are. You may feel compelled to slow down and spend time in nature, meditate, or engage in a healthy activity that allows you to enjoy yourself. Affirmation. I am whole and do not need to chase anything in order to be complete. I am aligned with what I've learned and how I have grown. I am better, wiser, and stronger because of my experiences and lessons. Wow, that's so cool. All right, Sagittarius, thank you for letting me read for you. I hope this was helpful or at least thought-provoking. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'd love to hear from you. The journal prompts and all my links will be in the description box, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.